students, welcome to the e-education platform of Pathshala. Today we are going to start our new chapter, that is chapter 17, that is Forest, our Lifeline of class 7 science. In this chapter the topics that we are going to cover are, first of all we are going to understand what is forest exactly. After that, what are the different layers of plants in the forest, or we can say that the proper structure of the forest, or we can say that a basic term which is given to this is stratification, that we are going to understand. After that, we are going to discuss what are the different components of forest, like what are the different things that are present in the forest, right? After that, how these components depend on each other, like the interdependence that we are going to discuss, and that interdependence is represented by the food chain. After that, we'll understand about that topic. Then why these forests are important to not only to us but also to other living organisms like animals, insects, microorganisms, like that we are going to understand. After that, why the forests are known as dynamic living entity, that also we are going to understand. And then we'll move to deforestation, and at last we are going to understand why it becomes very important to conserve forests. So these are the topics that we are going to discuss in this chapter. Now let's first of all understand what is exactly forest, like how you define forest. If someone asks you like what is forest, just explain. Now for that, what you need to say is forest is simply a large area which is covered with trees, bushes, etc. like trees, bushes, or other kind of plants that are present in our surrounding also. They're also present in the forest. So all kind of trees or all kind of plants, when they cover a large area, that is known as forest, right? And what is there? Basically the environment. Have you ever went to the forest or any forest near to you? So there you can see that the environment there is very peaceful, very calm. No noises are there, because you know that other civilization is not allowed there. So the people, they just go by walk or by the cars and just see the surrounding. That is very peaceful and calm, because other things are not allowed there, right? Then what it is basically composed of, basically the plants which are there in forest. What are the different things basically present? There are plants, there are animals, and there are also microorganisms also. And we already know that what are microorganisms. This we have understood in our second chapter also, like what are microorganisms exactly, right? So these are the components, basically we can say that these are the components of forest, right? Now why forest is important to us? Not only to us but others also, like to the other animals, because what forests do is they provide habitat, or we can say that they provide shelter to the different animals that are living there, right? There are different kind of animals that are living in the forest, and all the animals there depend on the plants itself, the type of plants or all kind of plant that are present in the forest, right? So that is what they do. What the other thing forests do is they protect soil erosion, or we can say that they prevent the soil erosion. How plants protect or prevent soil erosion, that we have discussed in our before chapters also. Like because of plants, like we know that forest is full of plants, like so many amount of vegetation or flora is present there, right? Because of that, what happens, the upper layer of the soil, or we can say that the upper layer of land is totally packed by the roots. And because as it is stored by the roots, what happens, the upper layer, the top layer of the sand is not like washed off because of the action of wind, because of the action of water, and because of that the layer stays there and the soil always remains fertile. So in that case it prevents soil erosion also, right? So here in the picture you can clearly see like how the forest exactly look like, right? Now there are different kind of trees present, like examples you can say that sal, teak, shisham, and many more other trees are present. They're like wide variety of trees are there. You just need to remember 4 to 5 examples, so that if someone asks you, you can simply give the examples, right? And as trees are there, we have also discussed wherever flora is there, fauna will go hand in hand, right? It provides shelter or habitat to the different animals also. Like what are the different kind of animals that are present in the forest? Basically, we can say that bears are there, jackal, foxes, deer, elephants, and other animals also. There are so many animals are there. Like forests basically provide habitat to so many animals, right? So this is the basic introduction, like what is forest exactly. Simply you just need to say that forest is nothing but a large area covered with the vegetation. What is vegetation here? The different kind of plants. And we know that wherever plants are there, they'll provide the fauna also, that is our animals, or the other insect microorganisms also get the nutritions from these plants. So basically forests provide shelter to many of the living organisms, right? So this is the basic introduction of the chapter, like what are forests exactly and what they do.